Hi, Virgo. This is your reading for the week of February 9th, 2026, or whenever it resonates for you. So the first image that I saw for you, Virgo, was a pair of muck boots, a pair of rubber boots, and they were in muck, plump, 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 and you were inside of them, but they were too big for you. And there was all sorts of discomfort, and it was like you were trying to slug through this road, this really muddy patch of road. Muddy patch, okay, that's important. Muddy patch of road. And you were feeling as though the boots were too big and your feet were slipping out of them and you weren't going to be able to manage to get through this patch. But what you're being told here is slow down a little bit. Have compassion for yourself and for whoever is involved in this with you. And do your best not to be blaming or judging yourself or anybody else, but especially yourself, because it seems to me like you're the one who seems to be in this image struggling to have what you need in order to be able to get through where you want to go to. And what you're being told here is that's okay. Like, you don't need to be embarrassed, ashamed, uncomfortable, feel deficient in some way. In fact, this is a part of the way it's slowing you down so that you can be present in order to be able to be in touch with your senses, your feelings, and know what it is you want. And that's one of the reasons why it's important not to judge or blame you or anybody else. Get curious about what's going on here, because if there is an underlying emotion of shame or powerlessness that often goes with that, situations like this can often be the thing that will bring it up. As soon as we feel out of control or that we don't have what we need in order to be able to handle a situation, it can definitely bring up old echoes of shame, of being small, all of that. But you're being asked here to remember you have power much greater than any shame. And your power comes from your ability to choose. So again, it's interesting here because you've got compassion, and the very last line of compassion of the compassion card is choose compassion. So choice is really important here. The slowing down part, the being in your senses, noticing how you're really feeling. And if you're not sure what you are, Virgo, one of the things that you can do, you're an earth sign. You're an earth sign, and earth is about being in the senses. Earth and water, tamas, senses, physical senses. Pay attention to noticing what you are hearing, what you are touching, what you are seeing, what you are smelling. That brings you into present time, and it brings you into a sense of your body, which, if you're comfortable being in it, and some people really aren't, and they have to take their time getting more in touch with being in their bodies. But if you're okay with being in that and it's just uncomfortable letting some of the emotions come up and you can hang with it, then that's a great way to do it. Get in touch with the physical senses of your being, which brings you into present time and starts putting you into touch with what feelings, emotions bring up. And that allows you, that's a wonderful way to get curious about things. Virgo, this is the ability for you to, I really feel for a lot of you, this is one of the opportunities you're going to be getting coming up as the energies are changing on the planet and as we are changing our storylines. This is one of the opportunities that's going to help you really transmute any of that shame energy that might still be there, that shame energy, that powerlessness energy, that sense of being incompetent, that sense of not having what you need. This is where you get to move that out so you can start really having confidence in the many incredible things that you have done, because you have done a lot of incredible things. And sometimes you don't identify them as incredible, Virgo, because they're not standard party line. Like, you can do things way left of center. And I don't mean left, right in terms of moral values. I just mean contrary to what maybe society would say, yes, this is productive and you are a success. You are doing success on your terms. And you are doing them in ways like, for example, maybe you decided to open a carnival. Maybe you decided to become the bearded lady. I don't know, but you're a real hit at it. It doesn't have to be you becoming a corporate executive or a doctor or a lawyer. Any of the roles, the typical roles that society says, oh yes, we will applaud that. Applaud yourself for having done what you wanted to do on your terms, the way you were able to do it the best way that you could, and look at the fact that you've probably done it really well according to the standards that were relevant for you. Okay, and that's what's important. So you're being told here, please see what, if you're going through a difficult time, and of course, again, this won't be for everybody, but this again is your opportunity to let go of any of the old stuff, the self-recriminations, the powerlessness, all of that. This is your opportunity to let that go. Okay, and you are being reminded that, hold on, we have to do one more here. And what is the last thing you would like to offer our Virgos today, my dears? You are in dialogue with the universe, and you have always been in dialogue with the universe. Some of you know it very well, and some of you don't. But you are being told, Virgo, when you stay present in your senses and in your feelings, and you choose to have an attitude of curiosity rather than judgment or criticism, you are moving more and more into that quality of energy that allows for intuition to really guide you in a really conscious way. And you're being asked, look for it. Notice your interaction with the universe, with source around you. Look for synchronicities, ask for guidance, because I believe it's one of the things you're being told here. Stay present in yourself, expect answers, ask for questions. If you're having difficulty getting through a time here, ask for guidance from Spirit, okay? I'm going to leave you with that, and take care, Virgos.